Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another awesome Go Digital SA Foundation Web Talk series with great content to keep you busy throughout the lockdown. These web talks are sponsored by Moya EPM, Events Project Management and Marketing, providing services like professional conference, event management, venue sourcing, promotional gifts, and entertainment. For more info, you can go on to their website. It's Moya, Moya events.co.za, moyaevents.co.za, or you can contact them at info@moyaevents.co.za. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the awesome Mr. Edwin Lebuso from Vodacom. Edwin is the marketing specialist for youth at Vodacom based in KZN. He has a BCom honors degree in marketing from the University of Free State. Wow. He specialized in he specialized in marketing because of his passion for innovation, technology, trends, and buying psychology. He says ours is to investigate and forecast the customer's needs, then develop and go to market with the best product to satisfy those needs. Awesome. Edwin's passion for youth development is complemented by Vodacom's vision. Thus, our commitment to empower the youth by highlighting the opportunities afforded by Vodacom, such the Discover graduate program, bursary schemes, e-school, future job finder, internship, etc. He joined Vodacom through the Vodacom Discover Graduates program in 2018. Um, Join Edwin as he shares today on how to use the Vodacom eSchool portals. Mr. Edwin, welcome to Go Digital SA Foundation Web Talks. You may begin.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to first take this opportunity to thank Go Digital SA for the platform. Sandile and Letu, I'm very grateful for this, very honored and grateful to be a part of this initiative. Um, I don't know if there's anything more that I need to add. Letu put it so eloquently. So thank you for that awesome introduction, Letu. So today I will be taking you guys to Vodacom eSchool. First, I'd just like to start with a quote by Ellen Bloom, who once said that education is the movement from darkness to light. This resonates with me quite profoundly, especially in the midst of the current COVID-19 pandemic. We are in a darkness. We are seeing students being unable to study, unable to go to school, and being left back in terms of their academic progress. So it's quite key that we utilize platforms such as the Vodacom eSchool to ensure that the guys carry on learning, conduct their self-study, assess themselves, and prepare for when everything, when lockdown subsides, that and exams come through, that they're ready for their exams. Cool. I'd just like to start by sharing a brief personal story. So in 2018, we were doing a Vodacom eSchool activation at Gwanyusa. So for those who are unfamiliar with KZN, Gwanyusa is a township just opposite the Valley of 1,000 Hills. So as I was presenting what eSchool is and what it does and how the learners can use it, the premise of that conversation started with me asking the learners, what is their purpose? Why did they wake up that morning, and why are they at school? So normally one or two hands went up and cited money. So one said, I want to be successful so I can make money. The other said, I want to buy a car. The other said, I want to be a doctor. And then this tiny little girl, grade 8, very tiny, was sitting at the back. She put her hand up, and I said, "Hi, tell me, why are you here? What is your purpose?" And she said, my purpose and the reason that I'm here, I want to be successful so that I can take care of my family." Her sto so her story has stuck with me ever since because it just illuminated the fact that there's so much responsibility put on kids at a very young age. So our passion and drive from a Vodacom perspective is to ensure we give them all the tools to enable that success. Okay. So I'd like to move on to the discussion points. So what are we going to cover today? We're going to cover what Vodacom eSchool is, and I'm going to take you guys through how to register, how to navigate the dashboard. We're going to start learning how to pick a course from matriculants so we're going to focus on mathematics from matriculants and they'll start learning, and then we're just going to deep dive as to the layout of the setting, the chapters, etc. And then finally we're going to have a Q&A to iron out all the questions that you guys might have, and then lastly we'll just take a brief tour on the actual platform live at the end. Okay, so what is Vodacom eSchool? So Vodacom eSchool is a web-based platform which provides access to educational content for self-studying and revision, right? The curriculum covered is fully aligned with the Department of Education. So the platform offers CAPS curriculum, IEB, GED, GDE for grade R up to grade 12. It is a zero-rated platform for Vodacom users. And for lower grades, grade R to grade 3, there's 8 official languages that learners are able to learn from. The medium of instruction for higher grades and FET grades still remains English and Afrikaans. For users on the other networks, their respective networks will charge them data fees. For accessing the platform, there's a whole host of videos, video lessons that cover different chapters. There's previous papers as well, as well as there's an assessment test for every chapter as you go through it. Next slide. So you might be asking, how do you register? It's quite simple how you register. So you go to Vodacom eSchool. Maybe you like to go via Google. It will redirect you to vodacom.mytopdoc.co.za, where you're going to find, you're going to land this page for registration. If you already had an account, you're just going to log in, right? So for those who are new to the platform and are registering for the first time, so the first couple of information that we need is basically your name, your surname, the birthday, cell phone number or email. This is quite key because that is going to be your preferred verification method. So it's either you can verify by email or by mobile number. In my experience, I recommend people to verify using their mobile number. One, because it's it's faster. Number one, quickly. Also, in case you forget your password, because we get instances where users click to confirm via mail, and when they need to verify their accounts, they've forgotten the password for the emails, and then now they can't redo the registration again because the details are already linked to an existing profile. All right. And then with regards to educational information, I'm going to highlight the current schooling platform. in most cases in South Africa, the bulk majority of people are still traditional schooling. So that's the option that you're going to choose. And then in terms of curriculum, we have CAPS, we have GDE and IEP as I previously mentioned. So one is going to choose the curriculum that applies to them. That will in turn customize their content to the selected curriculum. And then the level of school is basically the grade that you're in. Your tutor center is your school. And then your city, that's very important as well. And then it's just you now confirming your picking a password and confirming it, entering the code, and there you go. You're done. You're registered. Then, so the next slide, so after you confirm your password, that's where the verification will be sent. So you'll get a code on your phone. If you picked to confirm, to verify via mobile number, you're going to get your code on your phone, then you insert it in. If you elected to go with email, a link will be sent to your email that you can click on, and then that will verify your account. So once you're verified, and for the purpose of this presentation, I chose grade 12. This is the dashboard, right? This is the dashboard. So the top bit indicates the grade that you're in. On your bottom left is shortcut to all your lessons. So while you're studying, sometimes maybe you're studying and it goes on a bit late, and you're on a specific page or you're on a specific chapter. You can bookmark that chapter, and then when you log in, your chapter will be under bookmarks. So when you you want to resume the studying or the assessment, you just click on the bookmark, and then it will take you straight to where you last finished, right? And on your right will be your notes. So every lesson plan has an option for you to add notes in real time. So maybe, for instance, if it's like a mathematical problem that you are actually attempting or trying to solve on the actual platform, you can open the notes instead of you writing on a page or piece of paper that you could lose. You can utilize the notes column or the notes option to put all your notes there, safe and secure, and all your notes across all subjects and chapters will be under the notes tab. And then the last thing is your performance and progress indicator. So this is your achievements. Based on how you perform in each assessment, you get badges, right? So it's divided into gold, silver, and bronze depending on your performance. That will then give you an indication of how ready you are for a particular how proficient you are, pardon me, for a particular subject or chapter. Cool. So next slide, we're going to look at the Learning Center and all the available modules. So currently we have mathematics, physics, chemistry, accounting, Afrikaans, English, home language, history, and life sciences on the platform. Unfortunately, at present, we do not have mathematical literacy. We do not have computer application technology. We don't have IT, and we do not have geography and business studies at the moment. So for you to start learning, you're just going to pick the subject that you're going to focus on, and then you're going to click on Start Learning. Cool. So once we clicked on mathematics, all the chapters are outlined here for the curriculum. For my profile, I chose CAPS. So for grade 12 mathematics, all the chapters that are covered for this year are outlined here, right? So you have your functions, you have your patterns, you have your algebra, etc., etc. So if you look at the top there, it's your guided learning and your lessons options, right? So as guided learning, before you start, when you click on guided learning, before you attempt to do any of the chapters, guided learning gives you a 20-question assessment that that includes all the chapters that are covered, and then that is aimed at assessing your knowledge basically, and where are your strong points, where are your weak points in terms of the various chapters, and that would also enable you to prioritize. Because for instance, if you scored high on functions, maybe and low on trigonometry, maybe you'd be inclined to focus more or start with trigonometry, just so that you increase your proficiency there. And then when it comes to the lessons, it just outlines all the chapters of the syllabus as I mentioned previously. Okay, take it to the next slide. So for the purpose of this presentation, we picked functions and graphs, right? So the layout is as follows. At the top, it's your indicator of the chosen chapter, and then on your left is a lesson breakdown of that particular chapter. So every chapter has a lesson breakdown followed by specifically for FET grades, so higher grades, grade 10 to grade 12, have previous final exam papers as well for you to utilize, as well as a chapter assessment. So you're going to start with the objectives. What at the end of this chapter, what are the objectives, right? Going to take you through, and then you're going to start the lessons. There's 3 examples there. After the examples, you get a recap. Then you get to do or get to practice with a previous paper before you do your final assessment. So this is mainly aimed at challenging you, one, ensuring that all the highlights and all the weak points are highlighted before you conclude with a specific chapter. And then you can still, once you've moved down, maybe for instance you add the final paper, you are still able to go back and do the examples to ensure that you understand thoroughly before you attempt the assessment or the previous paper. All right. Next. Yes, I think that is it in terms of the platform itself. I think we can move to the questions now. So I can iron out any and all questions that you guys have, and then we'll do that virtual tour of the platform live.
Okay. Thank you very much, Edwin, for showing us, for elaborating for us on how to use the Vodacom eSchool. So we have two questions here. One from Langa Dlomo. He's saying that my organization does social and community development. We have a challenge with youth who can't access internet as they don't have data. May I please have contact details for offline use?
Yes, I think we'll take that request offline.
Okay. And there's another one. You say that try to contact the number on the website to assist with access and resets of password, etc. Could not get it resolved. Kindly advise a contact number and email which we can reach and obtain a response from.
Oh, so are they experiencing a problem resetting their password?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll see when you go to the actual platform, especially if you already had an account, there's now an option for us to create a password for you that you can temporarily use to log into your account, and then thereafter you can change it to whatever password that you want. So it's a generated password. Yeah, it's a 6-digit password that's randomly generated that you can use to log back into your account, and then you can change your password to whatever password you prefer. I think that later we'll cover when we go to the actual platform.
Right. And somebody just asked, what is zero rating?
Okay. So zero rating basically means that you will not incur data cost for utilizing the platform. However, we require that you have a positive balance. So when you access, when you're on the platform, it's loading videos, it's loading the content, we will not charge you any data rates, so zero charge, right? But in order for you to have access, you need to have a positive balance, even if it's like 1 rand or 10 megabytes, whatever case may be. But yeah, you just need to have a positive balance.
Okay. All right. I think that's it for now. So we may move on to the next session. Mashaba?
Yes, I think for me, I'm waiting for you to carry on. You are live. You can still continue.
All right. All right. So Edwin, will you please assist me?
Go through, load the page, please.
All right. Okay.
So I also urge everyone on the call and for you to also share the message with your families and friends to just access the platform eschool.vodacom.co.za and read through what's offered. Scroll down for me, Letu. So like I mentioned, it's a zero-rated platform. There's more ways to learn now. You get to learn at your own pace. So just go through it. Go down, keep going down later. It outlines everything that I mentioned. So it's quite important that we ensure, like we all have cousins, family members, siblings, etc., that would benefit greatly from continuing their studies during this period on Vodacom eSchool, and sharing the message and sharing the platform, because what good is the platform if it's underutilized? So the whole purpose of us having it as Vodacom is to empower the youth of South Africa and change the educational landscape. If you take into consideration the unemployment rate in this country, we are looking 10 to 15 years from now, not just producing 100% pass marks, but producing quality results with like 6-7 distinctions consistently, where it's not just only a handful of students who achieve that, but the whole broader group as well. Because we're all looking for future engineers, future astronauts, etc. So let you go up. So if you're new, you're going to click on register. But let's address the resetting of password. Please click on login, Letu. Sorry. So please, and then click for me, forgot password. That's it. So if you confirm by either a mobile number or email, you're going to insert it here, and then you're going to say reset my password. and then we will generate a password for you. Use my number letter 066 474 0101. I just received the message says, "Hi Edwin, you requested a password reset. You can sign in using your new password." And then they gave it to me. So when I log into my account now, I'm going to log in, insert this password, and then I can then change the generic password to the password of my choice. Okay, we can go to register now later. So click, I think this is, yeah. Do you wanna go through the whole process later?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you insert your name, insert your surname, date of birth. Let's say you April 23rd. It's fine. Everyone will just then you insert your cell phone number and as I indicated previously, thereafter is your email and your preferred verification option. Are you able to scroll up? I think the bar there is blocking the verification tab. Go up, scroll up or down. Yes. See there, go to preferred verification and click on SMS. Yeah.
Right.
Go up and then what is your home language?
What if it's Spanish? No, I'm kidding.
It doesn't affect your content. It doesn't affect your content at all. So you just, and then your platform is traditional schooling. Let's imagine that you're doing IEB, and then it's private school syllabus. And then your level of schooling, currently you're in grade 12. Your tutor center would be your school.
If applicable. So it's not really required.
Yeah, but I prefer that you also indicate. It gives us better visibility as to where utilization is happening. Yeah.
Here, okay. Is it? Yeah. I don't even know how is it spelled.
Kuro.
Yeah, Kuro-ish. So yeah, I'm not used to those schools like private schools. I never went to a private school before. So let me just leave it like that. So yeah.
Just write Crawford there. Put Crawford. Sure. And then city, put Durban.
Luckily, it's right there.
Yeah. And then that will be your password. I don't know what password you wanna use.
With a password, can it just be my name?
It needs a minimum of 8 characters.
What are the dangers of having like a simple password?
The dangers are not as adverse as maybe your personal account or your bank in terms of, because it's content that you consume. There's not much to affect your, but I'd still say make your password as secure as possible. Don't share it. Yeah.
Okay. And this is required to just make sure that I'm not a robot.
Yeah. You know, We must be sure.
And
And click on register.
what?
It's
Already
already
been
taken.
taken. How is
You
that
see now.
possible?
You see now.
I used
Click on.
before. Okay, no, I'm gonna use another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Password. No, wait. Password.
Oh shucks.
Hmm. You're letting us down here. What's going on?
Just rushing on to see the reaction.
Is there any other questions in the meantime that we could maybe address? And click SMS again.
Oh man.
One question that is online is asking, can I be able to form study groups?
On the actual platform?
Yeah, that's the question of like, how can you share some content and be able to work in one, work as a group, as a study group?
Not on the actual, not on the actual platform at the moment. There's no chat option or sharing option. However, I'd suggest that if you have a study group that is existing in terms of maybe on WhatsApp or any other platform, so from a social media perspective, you can, yes, maybe discuss and just coordinate on that specific platform, which modules you guys are doing. Maybe you can share your bookmarks as well, if that assists. But at the moment, it doesn't have. We don't currently have a chat option, so that would make it very. Won't be able to form a study group on the actual platform.
Thank you.
Letu, you need to confirm on your email first, my friend.
Yes, I've confirmed.
Okay, awesome. Put in your number, then your password.
Okay. Okay.
Edwin, another ask
Question.
is around Aries is around the update of the content. Somebody want to know, as we roll up the content, is there any updates that you guys normally do in the background, or the content get updated once in 6 months or a year? How does it work?
In terms of timelines, I'll have to find out, but but it helps for us to. So, for instance, one of the changes, one of the queries that I got was that one of the books changed. I think the guys are moved from a certain book for English first language to a different book. We then forwarded that to our product development team, and they're working on including that content at the moment. So some of the changes we might not be aware of. So it's best that you make us aware of. But in terms of updates, the updates are continuous.
Thank you.
Letu, can you please go to the lower grades? Let's do grade 1.
Okay.
I just want to show something because we already did metric. So as you can see, we have. Can you please click on skip there?
Okay.
That just guides you as to what does each of the elements mean. So when you look at your learning center, it has Afrikaans, home language, go down. Go down there too. And then it has the other languages that I mentioned. So isiXhosa is there, is Ndebele. So like I mentioned, the lower grades, grade R to grade 3, we offer all languages. Xitsonga is there as well. Quickly go up a bit. Then creative arts.
Oh yeah.
So in terms of learning different languages, this also presents an opportunity for a parent to start tapping into the different languages to tap into the different languages to take for the kids to start learning other languages from a very young age. And if that's your particular home language, then you can learn using that language as well. So in essence, the purpose is to keep languages alive as well, especially in the lower grades. Cool. You can go out again. Yeah, click there. And then I don't know if you want to do. Let's do grade 3. There's something I need to check. Go to English home language. Workbook 1. So click on notes there for me, Letter. You see, this is where you can type in all your specific notes. You can close it now. Go down. So basically, that's the entire workbook. There's an option as well to download it. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, so the platform can access a tablet, mobile, desktop. Go to sorry, let you go back to workbook 1. Click Fun Day at School.
The
Fun Day at School.
Fun Day.
It's the third. It's the third one now.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think also this works best for parents, especially now. Most parents are homeschooling their kids, although there's quite a bit of content that school has sent to parents. This also helps in enhancing that learning as well. And kids love technology. So doing it on a screen seemingly is quite more fun and interesting than the traditional books, because they do traditional books at school anyway. So this is another way of introducing technology to kids from at a very young age. And as a parent or as a guardian or sibling, whatever case may be, this lets you also structure the learning to say, this is what it structures the learning. This is what we're going to do this week. The schedule, you add it in. If you have a tablet or if the child has a phone, you can even give them the platform to do the lessons, and then they report once they're done to you.
I'm also hoping that there are teachers who are also watching this session right now, because this is really cool content to use whilst we are on lockdown.
Definitely, and even post lockdown, because
Mhm.
sometimes, especially in our schooling environment, we have instances where in a class there's like 40 something kids, right? And one teacher. So having a platform like this enables the learners to learn at their own pace, number one, and they can go back and revise and redo or study forward, whichever it is that they prefer. Even if, and for instance, if there is if they did a chapter in class that didn't understand, they can log into the eSchool when they get home, redo it, try on a couple of examples, then tomorrow go to the teacher and say, "Hi, sir, I did the lesson as that we that was discussed yesterday in school, and 1, 2, 3, I need clarity on, or I think this way is better to get to the answer." It also enables knowledge sharing among the learners as well. Is there any other question there, Sandila?
Currently, we don't have any question.
Okay.
I'll hand it over back to Letu.
Yes, I think. Okay, Letu. Sorry.
No, this is really great, really awesome. I was actually struggling with some other stuff the other time when I tried it. Now I remember why my phone is actually appearing there when I'm registering. Um, do you all still have an app, like a mobile app for it?
So Vodacom eSchool is part of our Connect You. It's going to be part of it's actually part of our Connect You social contract. But I won't go into that in detail. So it's going to sit on the Connect You app with our other platforms as well, aimed at different socio-economic issues such as health. We have health for mom and baby, for instance, the Siaka platform, which provides a free job sites. So you go to Siaka, you click on job sites, and the youth or everyone can search for jobs for free. So you search and you apply for jobs for free. But this takes away all the data costs that people incur. Especially, I know when I was looking as well, I used to apply to upwards of 300 different posts a week. So the data costs were quite exuberant. So the Siaka platform enables you to search and apply for available job postings on a number of traditional sites. So again, that platform is zero-rated. Mom and Baby is our platform that sends pregnant women notifications of different stages of their pregnancy. So they get SMSs every day. Every day, yeah, throughout the pregnancy up to the age of 5 or 8 years. I stand to be corrected on that one. So it's messages every day, because sometimes, especially in rural areas or townships, accessibility to health facilities, clinics, if you don't have a medical aid, but you still need the advice to say, now that you are 3 months into your pregnancy, you need to do or look out for 1, 2, 3 changes. This is the kind of food that you kind of need to start eating, etc. So those are the SMSs that are sent out to ensure that although the parent or the people who are expecting a child are well informed of all the changes that are coming. And then lastly, lastly is Future Jobs Finder. So Future Jobs Finder is a platform that matches your personality and your interest to future jobs. So by future jobs, I mean with digitization and the fourth industrial revolution, there's jobs that will exist in the future that the youth aren't aware of, because traditionally we're still going to university for the same careers. I mean, in most cases, as our parents, you want to go there, be doctors, lawyers, which is still great. However, in the future, there's critical jobs like drone operator, like there's a number of them that are going to exist in the future that the learners can start preparing for them now. So it just simply matches your character, your qualifications to possible future jobs. There's also a CV generator on the platform, as well as a link to Udemy and EduX, where you can take up courses to enhance your qualifications.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Edwin. Just to wrap up the session, okay, there's somebody else who just asked, like, okay, these questions that they have, there's some information that I received that because of the lockdown and the government working with Vodacom, I'm not sure if it's true, but please help me out if it is true, that they will be distributing Vodacom SIM card as a like tool so that people can be able to like engage in this platform. Edwin?
Yes, I'm very apprehensive about sharing this.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, I
So
can't
just a
share.
need
I can't share in
information.
detail. I can't share
Yeah.
in detail. However, one, we encourage all so if you have a sibling, a family member, a child from next door that you know who is already on Vodacom, please urge them to register. We can send out. I'm happy to send out the link if you need the link, more information, the posters that can direct you to where you can get more information. I think registering on the platform is quite easy. It doesn't require much. So I urge everyone just to pass that message to everyone they know that they are on Vodacom, or if you ask a kid that is on Vodacom, to just register and start utilizing the platform for their benefit during lockdown. Secondly, a SIM card, I think it's once lockdown subsides, a SIM card is around R3, right? Like I'm not selling SIM cards, by the way. I'm just creating awareness. Please, please don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sell SIM cards. I'm just saying, for those who don't know, a SIM card is R3, right? With regards to your question, Jesus, I don't know how to phrase this, but
Okay.
yeah, let me not
Yeah.
engage,
Don't.
but it is
Okay.
true,
The
but
question that I
communication will go
have.
out.
Sorry about that. Okay. So the number can only register once, right? So is it possible for people to share like the same user account so they can learn? But then again, it will have a problem in the progress.
Yes, so it will measure one's progress, not both of them.
Age.
So I urge them to have they can have different accounts on one device, depending on if they can confirm them. Just in closing as well, Letu,
Yes.
thank you very much for the opportunity to do this. Number one, from my side, the platform, we didn't create it for it to just be there and we pat ourselves in the back. The platform was created to empower South African youth in order for them to have a better future, number one. So we urge everyone to register, start utilizing, catch up on their studies, perform better. Let's produce more doctors, more scientists, more astronauts, more drone creators and robotics people. So yeah, thank you to Go Digital SA Foundation. Thank you to Sandile. Thank you to yourself. Thank you to Microsoft for the opportunity. And yeah, that's a wrap from me.
All right, we stop it right there, everybody, and thank you very much to everybody that joined in. Thank you very much, Edwin, for taking your time to join us today and share this lovely content. Just a little bit announcement. We will have another session on Tuesday next week. It's gonna be earlier, around 1 p.m. We will be collaborating with Data IQ from India. It's gonna be awesome, 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 awesome. We got like awesome speakers. So I would actually ask you to please join us on here. Contact me, find him on LinkedIn. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Edwin.
Thank you, everybody.